Sometimes you just need to set the baby down and take a moment. Last night was really rough. I spent most of the night and early morning in the bathroom sick. I guess having a slice of cake and a lollipop at my son's birthday was just too much for my body to handle. But baby girl decided that she no longer wanted to just sit and relax on the couch. I tried putting her on my body and I just could not get it right. I tried over and over with her on my body, but it just wasn't happening, and I finally just had to put her down. She ended up looking at me with such a sweet smile, and then I put her down to have some tummy time, put my hair up, took a breath, and just had a minute to myself. And then I started in on this front double hammock carry. And this time I just did it with her on the ground. But having that time was really helpful for me to just sort of reset. While this isn't everyone's idea of resetting, doing this helps me. It's something I enjoy, and it allows me to have my baby close to me. But do what you need to in the moment where you need that time. For a front double hammock, you can just pre-tie it on your body, and I'm going to show you how to do that here. So I did sort of that kangaroo pass over on the short side, and then the long side of the fabric is going to go around my back. As you can see, that middle marker is about center of my back. I'm going to bring it around to the front, creating that second hammock. I like going through and spreading out that first pass a little bit before I pull that other piece all the way back around. So that's what I'm doing here. And then I get it up further on my shoulder, out of the way a little bit, and I pull that second piece around to the front. I like to cozy this up a little bit. My baby's still pretty small, so I have it up higher on my waist. And then I'm going to create that second flip, taking the bottom of the fabric and flipping it up over my shoulder. Then after I get this all flattened out a little bit, I'm going to go behind my back and I'm going to cross those pieces, and I'm going to bring them back around to the front. When I did this, I snugged it up just a little bit. At this point, I just did a half knot before putting baby in. I don't need it fully snug or I'm not going to be able to get baby in. I created a little space for my little girl, sort of tried to get that fabric lined up a little bit to make it easier, and then I went and grabbed her to place her in. Once I had her, I put both legs through the fabric. Now this is hammocking, so it's not just through one leg, it's through both. Sort of like if you had a ring sling, both legs are going to go down inside the fabric, and then you're going to create a little seat from there. Now this might not be absolutely perfect and as easy to see as I was hoping, because the sleep exhaustion is real, but hopefully you can get the idea. So I'm spreading that first under piece of fabric out and under her bottom. When I do this, I'm sort of spreading those legs a little bit to create that seat that is supported from knee pit to knee pit. Then I concentrate on that second outer piece of fabric and spreading it out over baby as well. Both sides should have that part that's up closest to your neck now, down the outside and then under the bottom. Once you have both of those pulled into position, you're going to start going through and tightening. When I do that, I just undo the half knot, and then I hold one side, and then I take my time to go through the other. So when I'm doing this, I usually shrug my shoulders a little bit to help get some of that extra fabric out of that. If you have too much slack or loose fabric, it is going to cause baby to sag down after a little bit. So you want to get it a little more snug than you might initially think you want. And when I say that, I mean snug, not super tight. Baby shouldn't feel so uncomfortably tight to your body that it's causing discomfort for them or you. You should be able to breathe and have some natural flex to it. But then I just went through and continued tightening both sides. This is a really supportive carry, and I really enjoy using it when I want a little more support throughout my body. As you can see, the outer fabric on this side was a little lower than on the other side. It wasn't putting pressure on baby, and she was securely in the wrap, so I just wasn't in a place where I was going to nitpick and ensure everything was completely 100% perfect. It was safe. It was just a little further down her leg than I normally want. But then you do want to go ahead and knot under the bum, as you can see that here. And then I had the carry finished, and I felt a lot better, was able to do a couple things. We made breakfast. My husband had a chance to hold her for a little bit. I just popped her out, and then she is now currently back in the wrap nursing in this exact same carry. So I do like that it is a poppable option where you can loosen it, take them out, and then pop them back in when you need to without taking it off.